tried a little bit of magic, didn't quite pull it off.
Throws the quick kick in. Edwards to Vince. And they need some quick movement because the normal way hasn't worked. Now Petrenko. Carlton getting back in numbers as quickly as they can. Petrenko back to Vince. Oh, and he's missed the target. Henderson missed the mark though. And Adelaide given a second chance. John Cock to Big Rutten, pumping it in the Burton direction, and he's got this. He gave his opponent the slip, and Burton can line them up from inside 30.
It really came from a point that maybe should have been a goal. If Garlett looked inside, he would have seen a teammate. And everyone was out of position, and eventually a forward line was open with a target.
Crows without a multiple goal kickers so far, but Brett Burton should change that here. He doesn't. It's another miss. And heads drop a little lower. Crows can't hit the target. 3 goals from 14. Here go the Blues. Walker, Murphy, Scotland, and by bringing it in quickly, they've found openings that aren't there if you give the Crows time. Now Robinson. And he had to get the weight on that just right, but he did for Simpson. Carlton all up to about the 50, and they'll double back if need be. Simpson placing it to nobody. That was a poor kick. He got that wrong and gives it to Riley. So the margin 41. It's been an awful quarter of football. Carlton kicked a goal in the first minute, and there hasn't been one kicked since then. And to say that there hasn't been a goal kicked in those 13 or 14 minutes is probably to praise the football, because it's been worse than that. There'll be a throw in now, Carlton's side of the wing.
The difference is, Tim, it is the best seeing day you possibly can have. It is a beautiful temperature outside. There was absolutely no wind for the first time ever at AAMI Stadium. And, yeah, we've had one goal. It's hard to believe.
Judd. But Adelaide come away with it. Vince to Knights to Cook. And the Crows will have another go. And Cook backs himself here. And it's a good kick, but Carlton have the numbers 2-on-1, and Jamison took the mark. White was there, and he had a body block on Burton, which was not judged illegal. Short to Walker, back to Jamison. Stabbing delivery, and Judd's got it. And when he's got it, I think as Brett Ratton once said, you sit back and you feel fairly relaxed in the coach's box.
Most experienced player in the Carlton squad, no doubt about that. Scotland's the oldest. No veterans on the list this year, no player 30 or over. And I guess, Malcolm, the complete contrast, their opposition today, the Crows have 5 over 30.
Yeah, Goodwin's hadn't had a great day. Tyson Edwards has been okay. Andrew McLeod has been as good as anyone in their team, really. So it's just that second-tier group that the Crows really need to get to lift. The Dangerfields and Tippett's, those sort of guys. Just got to contribute a bit more than what they are at the moment. Mackay, Marriage, Paul Plesher's had a quiet one. Finch has been okay. Douglas. They're the guys.
No 200 gamers for Carlton either, so Crows on the other hand have got the 3. Carazzo to Simpson, playing his 101st consecutive game this afternoon. Murphy. Well, they're just toying with the Crows.
Yeah, it's painful to watch, actually, some of this.
Houlihan up the line. Henderson just went at it one-handed, and it paid off well, and he plays on, and he sends it inside 50. The Irishman comes out hard. It was an awkward half volley. Henderson, well, he went down. He was collected high. Judd comes through. Over the top to Goodwin, though, from one skipper to the other. And now the Crows are away. Mackay is brought down. In fact, it was Vince. Goodwin again. Rutten over the top. They've got the numbers. Can they manufacture something? Petrenko to the run of McLeod. He needs to find a target, and a diving, desperate Douglas holds it to his chest. And it was McLeod that provided the spark through the centre of the ground. Here's Henderson, eyes on the footy, pays the price. That's a heavy knock.
McLeod's had 9 kicks, and they've all found a teammate. I mean, he's been the exception today. He's actually found something. 100% effectiveness of 16 touches, so that's by the hand or foot. He hasn't had a lot of mates today, though.
Turns 34 in August as Andrew McLeod. Just continues to get better. This is Richard Douglas. looking to break the drought for the Crows to add to the frustration.
And look, they haven't kicked well. I've got them down for 4 rush behinds out of their 13. But if you use goal kicking as your excuse in this one, it's a pretty poor way to go. This is really about some players. Simply, they've got too many players out of form.
You look at how they can be the same team that in round 22 last year booted 27 goals when they beat the Blues, won by 72.
Thanks, Jason.
It's a pretty good point of comparison. It's almost just as well that goal wasn't kicked. It would have blotted the copybook, as it were, on a absolutely ordinary quarter of football. Here's Henderson. Carlton with a chance here. They had men at the drop, but it fell the wrong side. Riley, John Cock, got it onto his boot quickly, but under pressure, straight to Judd. And Carlton will have another go. Russell, out of defence, Lucas. Armfield there with the Shepherd, Betts. Schmidt made the spoil. Mackay mopping up for Adelaide. Here comes Judd, but not quite arriving in time. Knights paid the free kick. Still just the 1 goal kicked for the quarter, and that came in the opening seconds. It has been, as ordinary quarters go, 5-star, this one. Here goes Schmidt for the Crows. For Thompson. Now, he is within range, but the angle is not a comfortable one out there. What's that pocket like, Malcolm? It's not the Bermuda Triangle.
No, it's actually, as the Crows players finish training, they go out through that race just behind there. So this is where most of the goal kicking's done from. Last thing after training. So the answer is a very, very friendly pocket.
They need it as friendly as it can be, because they've only hit the target 3 times today. Scott Thompson, always near side, is lucky to score a behind. It's 3 goals, 14. The margin Carlton's way is 39 points.
Judd a little bit high on Knights. Last time the Crows went 0-4, which is what they're on the verge of achieving, was in 2004 when Gary Ayres was coach. It was the year that he lost his job. Over the top, Edwards. Now this is